Did you know that a British order could force Apple to create a backdoor to encrypted data, potentially putting global digital security at risk? Stay tuned to find out more. Welcome to the Apple Daily News. This podcast is created by Generative AI. Today is February 14th, 2025, and we've got some fascinating stories lined up for you. As always, links to all the stories can be found in the episode notes. Let's dive into our first story. Members of US Congressional oversight committees are raising alarms over a British order that could force Apple to create a backdoor for accessing encrypted data. This demand, issued under the UK's Investigatory Powers Act, would require Apple to allow government access to iCloud data, something Apple currently cannot do, even with a court order. Senators Ron Wyden and Andy Biggs are urging the US Director of National Intelligence to push back against this order, warning that it could jeopardize the security of American users. They've even suggested reconsidering intelligence sharing agreements with the UK if the order isn't retracted. Security experts and over 100 organizations have condemned the move, arguing it could weaken global digital security and set a dangerous precedent for other nations, including adversaries. Wyden is also drafting a bill to amend the Cloud Act, aiming to protect encryption protocols and impose stricter requirements on foreign data requests. This is a story that could have far-reaching implications for privacy and security worldwide. Next up, Apple has resumed advertising on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, after a hiatus that began in late 2023. The break was prompted by controversial remarks from X's owner, Elon Musk, which led to concerns about brand safety. Now, Apple is back, promoting Safari's privacy features and the Apple TV Plus show Severance. This marks a significant shift in the relationship between Apple and X, especially considering the tensions that arose when Apple and other major brands pulled their ads. Interestingly, Musk has adopted a more subdued public persona recently, which may have played a role in Apple's decision to return. Other brands like Amazon are also resuming advertising on X, signaling a potential normalization of the platform's ad space despite ongoing controversies over content moderation. This development highlights the delicate balance between corporate responsibility and the pursuit of advertising revenue. In another major development, Germany's Federal Cartel Office is investigating Apple for potentially violating competition laws. The issue? Apple's App Tracking Transparency Framework, or ATTF, which requires third-party apps to get user consent before tracking activity. The regulator claims that Apple doesn't apply these same rules to its own apps, allowing it to combine user data across its ecosystem without similar restrictions. This could amount to self-preferencing, which is prohibited under competition law. The investigation also points out that Apple's consent dialogues for its own apps may be designed to encourage user approval more than those for third-party apps. Apple has been under scrutiny since 2023 for its significant influence on competition, and a court decision on this matter is expected next month. This case could have major implications for how Apple operates in Europe and beyond. Finally, let's talk about TikTok. Apple and Google are set to restore the app to their US app stores after a letter from US Attorney General Pam Bondi assured that a ban on the app would not be enforced immediately. TikTok had been removed in January to comply with a 2024 law addressing national security concerns over its Chinese ownership. However, a 75-day delay in enforcing the ban has allowed for a re-evaluation of the situation. This move reflects a shift in the regulatory landscape and could ease tensions between the tech industry and government regulations. For TikTok users in the US, this means the app will soon be available for download again, marking a significant moment in the ongoing debate over data privacy and national security. That's all for today's Apple Daily News. We covered everything from encryption backdoors and advertising strategies to competition laws and TikTok's return. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode, and don't forget to check the episode notes for links to all the stories we discussed. Thanks for tuning in to the Apple Daily News. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. We'll see you tomorrow with more updates from the world of Apple and beyond. Stay curious and stay informed.